Hello everyone. We are the group that was assigned to Chapter 5, which is the Job Demands, Health, and Well-Being. My name is Justin Osaragasa, along with my co-reporters, Avena Shaina, May, Villacote Micaela, Hippolito Roan. We are the reporters of Chapter 5. So let me read to you the learning objectives. At the end of the chapter, the student should be able to recognize the significance of safety and security for each job title. List the requirements for the safe work and demonstrate how to accomplish a safety checklist. So the contents of our report, the hospitality and tourism industry creates an exciting workplace. Now, experience is the same. People will encounter different scenarios every single day. The diversity of guests, staff, and activities make the industry highly pressured and present risk to the workforce. Both physically and psychologically, the likelihood of physical and psychological exhaustion, musculoskeletal strain, and stress is debilitating, which can be an intermittent or permanent burden to the health and well-being of the workplace. So, since yun nga po ang hospitality industry is each day is ang na-experience sa work is iba-iba at iba-iba rin po ang mga scenarios na nangyayari from day to day sa work nila, kaya mas prone ang mga nasa industry na to sa psychological effects, and not just in their mental health, pati na rin sa kanilang musculoskeletal strain or yung sa kanilang katawan. So, next po is the general job description in the accommodation and lodging category are as follow. So, the first one po is guest service representatives, concierge staff are responsible for providing front desk service to guests, processing their payments, and serving as the source information within and outside the property. This group also includes the door attendants, security, valet drivers, and other FOH staff. So, I will just give you an idea lang po sa mga sa general job description na nasa loob po ng accommodation tsaka lodging category. So, ang pinakauna po niyan is yung guest service representatives o yung concierge staff. Dito po sila is yung mga unang nagkakaroon ng interaction with the customer or with the guest, since sila po ay the front of the house staff or FOH for short. Since sila po ay nasa front po ng establishment, sila po yung pinakaunang interact with the guests. Kasama na rin po dito yung door attendants, security, valet drivers, and syempre sa ating front desk. Next po is ang hotel lodging managers administer the overall operation and the daily activities and the organization of the facility. Their duties are varied from business concerns, operations, and customer service. The managers are provided with offices for their administrative work and for meeting clients and other industry partners. So, sa hotel lodging managers naman po is sila po yung nag-administer ng overall operation or nagmamanage po ng kabuoang pag-operate ng isang business. At kaya ang mga trabaho po nito is iba-iba from business concerns, yung operations, and kadalasan po yung mga customer service. Kaya pag ganito po is binibigyan po sila ng offices para ma-handle po yung mga work na po yun, since marami silang work na kailangan gawin. Next po is housekeeping supervisors and staff. Housekeeping supervisors and staff are responsible for the upkeep of the facility in terms of cleanliness and tidiness. This group, which include the room attendants, laundry helpers, and the maintenance and staff, oversee the facility's compliance with safety and sanitation regulations. So, dito naman po is yung housekeeping supervisors and staff is sila po yung responsible para panatiliing malinis yung establishment and nakapaloob po dito sa mga personnels na andito is yung room attendants, laundry helpers, and the maintenance staff. So, hindi lamang cleanliness ang kanilang hawak. Syempre, yung safety din po and in-ensure rin po nila na yung establishment is within the safety and sanitation regulations para mag-operate. So, that is all po for my part. So, for the next part naman po is other reporter naman po ang magdi-discuss.
Food and beverage can be a standalone facilities or integrated with an accommodation or lodging facility such as hotel and resorts. The job in this category includes the following: front of the house staff. Ang front of the house staff ang responsable sa direct interaction with guests. Sila ang nagke-create ng first impression and nagsisigurong komportable at welcome ang mga guests. This includes the host, sumilers, and waiters. Host, hostesses. Sila ang bumabati at sumasalubong sa mga guest pagpasok sa restaurant. Tinutulungan nila ang mga guest sa kanilang reservation at nag-escort papunta sa kanilang table. Sumilers, isang wine expert na tumutulong sa guest pagpili ng tamang alak na babagay sa pagkain. Sila ang may excellent knowledge sa different wine, pairing techniques, and proper na pag-serve ng wine. Waiters or waitresses, also called food servers. Sila ang kumukuha ng orders, nagsiserve ng food and drinks, and nag-aasikaso kapag may request ang guest. Sila rin ang nagsisigurong satisfied ang mga guests throughout their dining experience. Banquet staff. Ang banquet staff ay responsable sa mga malalaking okasyon tulad ng wedding, conference, and corporate gatherings. Nakikipagtulungan sila sa mga chef at sa team ng kitchen upang matiyak na ang lahat ng food at drinks ay maihahanda at maihahain sa tamang oras at ayon sa mga kailangan ng okasyon. Tumutulong din sila sa paghahanda ng lugar ng event, nagmamanage ng buffet, at sinisigurong may magandang dining experience ang mga guests. Under the head chef's leadership, sauce chef, siya ang second in command o nag-a-assist ng head chef daily operations at nagiging in charge kapag wala ang head chef. Chef de parte, station chefs. These are specialized chefs assigned to specific section of the kitchen. Pâtissier, in charge of pastry and desserts. Saucer, prepare sauce and gravies. Poissonnier, specialized in cooking fish dishes. Extremitier, prepare soup, vegetables, and egg dishes. Rotisseur, handle roasted and grilled meats. Garde manager, manage cold dishes, salads, and pantry items. Expeditier, siya ang nag-check ng pagkain bago ito i-serve sa mga guests. Ang expeditier ang nag-check ng food for presentation, accuracy, and quality bago ito lumabas sa kitchen. Sa small kitchen, ang role na ito ay tiga-handle ng head chef. Line cooks, prep cooks. Sila ang naka-assign sa isang station kung saan Sila nagpe-prepare ng ingredients at nagluluto ng specific dishes and nag-maintain na malinis ang area. Kitchen helpers, tumutulong sa paglinis, paghugas ng pinggan, at nagpapanatiling maayos at malinis ang kitchen. Workforce in the dining halls. Restaurant receptionist, sila ang tumatanggap ng mga reservation, nagigreet pagdating ng mga guests at nag-guide papunta sa kanilang table. Dapat dapat silang maging polite, organized, and knowledgeable tungkol sa restaurant menu and layout ng place. Bus boys, bus girls. Sila ang nag-a-assist sa waiters sa paglinis ng table, pagpalit ng gamit at nagre-refill ng tubig. Sila rin ang nagre-restock ng supply ng napkins, utensil, and condiments. Waiters, waitresses. Sila ang kumukuha ng orders, nagsiserve ng food and beverage. Sila rin ang nagtitake ng notes kapag may special instructions ang customer or may dietary needs. Bartenders, naghahanda at nag bartenders, naghahanda at naghahalo ng mga inumin. Minsan ay nagpe-perform din ng fair bartending habang gumagawa ng drinks para ma-entertain ang mga guests.
So, my topic is about personnel in entertainment and recreation facilities. So, first is the artists and performers. So, artists and performers provide entertainment to the guests. So, they entertain guests through various artistic impressions such as music, dance, or theater. Second is the ticketing staff. So, determines whether there are available seats and address customers' inquiries. So there are the team check seat availability and answer customers' questions about the ticketing purchase or the event details. Third is the ushers and recreation attendants. They are responsible for checking tickets, directing guests to their assigned seats, answer inquiries, assisting people in locating areas such as restroom, refreshment stands, and merchandise area. So, they're verified tickets. Sila yung nagbe-verify ng mga tickets. Sila yung nag-guide ng mga guests papunta sa kanilang mga seats. And sila din yung nagtutulong sila yung tumutulong para mahanap yung mga amenities like yung restroom and the food stand. So fourth is the security guards and bouncers. They are working in entertainment facilities such as the clubs, bars, other music venues, provide order and are responsible for the safety of the guests. They are responsible for monitoring people as they enter, checking identification, and see to it that no weapons are brought. So the security guards and the bouncers, they maintain orders and ensure guest safety by monitoring entrance, checking IDs, and preventing weapons from entering the venue. So fifth is the media and communication workers. They are responsible for installing equipment before the event. They test the equipment which provide assistance to performers using the apparatus. So this team sets up and tests equipment prior to event, ensuring that performers have the necessary tools for their presentations. Next is the sick building syndrome or SBS. It's contributed complaints from occupants of a building who are afflicted with illness or discomfort while staying on the premises, but the specific cause or nature if the sickness could not be determined with certainty. So, the SBS or the sick building syndrome, it is occur when occupants experience health issues such as the headaches or fatigue while in the building, but the specific causes remain unidentified. Next, safety in the workplace is the joint responsibility of the workers and the employers. The workforce should be committed to keeping themselves healthy, and the employers should provide with the means to do so. Workplace are potential areas of height to health and safety. It is imperative for employers and business owners to provide a safe workplace for their workforce. A safe workplace eliminates hazards and provides an accident free environment order to have a safe environment. So, workplace safety is a joint responsibility of workers and employers. The the employees should prioritize their health, while employers must provide the necessary resources. Hazard can exist in any workplace, so it is essential for employees to create a safe environment. A safe workplace reduces risk and promotes an accident-free atmosphere for all.
So next, workplace requirement to prevent SBS effects on clients. So first, proper planning and design. So a well-planned workplace is to build on the idea that safety should be designed into the environment, um, not added later as an afterthought. So, when the architects, the engineer, interior designers, contractors, or the owner, and the other stakeholders work together from the very beginning, they can they they can they can identify the potential hazard like a poor lighting, the slippery flooring, or the narrow walkways, and syempre the unsafe equipment placement. So that's proper planning and design. So we have safety signs. So these signs may include warnings and cautions. They should be conspicuously displayed in the workplace. Danger signs are used in areas with severe potential hazard and cautions to warn of the potential risk to workers. So, a safety sign is very important in keeping workplace aware of the risks around them. By providing clear warnings and instructions. So those signs must be placed where employees can easily see them, especially um, in areas where hazards are present. Proper apparel. So so any industry, the workplace should wear the proper attire for the job. So wearing the right apparel does not only create a brand for the establishment but also provides the necessary protection of the workers while they accomplish their task. So proper apparel is an important part of um, workplace safety. So because it ensures that employees are dressed in clothing suit to the task they perform. So the right attire helps protect workers from hazards such as the heat, sharp objects, spills, or chemical exposures. But it depends on their job. So next, clear guidance and protocols. We have two. First, checklist. This is tool used to better organize tasks that are normally repeated in nature. The list should clearly establish data and information that the organization can use. So, checklist is a simple but effective tool that helps workers to stay organized, especially when dealing with tasks that are done repeatedly. So by listing each steps clearly, a checklist ensure that no important detail is overlooked. So health safety protocols. So these are sets on instructions that describe the processes the processes to be followed in the facilities. A protocol is an official procedure that must be followed. It also known as medical guidelines or playbooks. So health safety protocols, these are the sets on the instructions that describes the processes to be followed in the facilities. Importance of checklists in the workplace. So, a checklist is a tool with standards output that enumerates the required steps for tasks that are normally repeated in nature. The list provides direction for the workplace to be more organized and avoid, if not completely eradicate, mistakes that sometimes may cause accidents and injuries. So, checklist is important to the workplace because it provides a clear, consistent, and guide for completing tasks that are done repeatedly. So by outlining each required step, it is help employee so it is helps employee stay organized and ensure that nothing is forgotten, even the busy days or stressful times. So here are example of the checklist. Thank you.